What's up, everybody? So today I have a topic that I want to talk to y'all about maybe a couple of days ago, but I've been real busy lately, and I said, let me get to it. So it says 5 days since she's fading. I can't do this dating anymore. My assumptions from hearing this is that the guy has taken a woman out on a couple of different dates and he expects, to get some butt or something like that. And this is not surprising. I even used to think like this at some point in my life, but after I started dating differently and start changing my morals and principles when it comes to actual dating and things of that sort, I realized you can't really expect too much from women nowadays. So you gotta sit there and come with a different approach. So nowadays I'm not take you on no date unless I know it's gonna lead to whatever it is that I want from this interaction. And this guy sounds like he's suffering from the same thing that I was suffering from, not getting what I came for. So, like I be telling y'all, make sure you get your deposit first when it comes to dating women, because sometimes women will use you and take all the money they possibly can before they let you know what, you're such a guy friend, you're such a nice guy, you're just like a brother to me, and I don't think this is working. And the last thing you want to hear from any woman that you are trying to be intimate with is some bullshit talking about you like a brother to me. That's a bunch of crap. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and read some of this to see what really happened, because I didn't really read it. I just thought it was a good topic, and the day is here. The day has come. It says 5 days since she's fading. I can't do this dating anymore. It says, I'm 34-year-old male and she's 31. I know ultimately there's nothing I can do, but feeling so absolutely gutted over this one. I went on a substantial amount of dates last year, and this was the first girl I really saw a future with. Man, I'm not seeing a future with no woman till she proved herself to me. Some of these dudes be like, I finally got a date and everything. I finally got someone that likes me. She's gonna be my wife. That because they went out with your ass, don't mean they like your ass. Sometimes women want to get out on Friday nights and they'll take whatever fool that will want to go out with them. And if you don't realize that you're a sucker, you're a fool, you will fall for this, and then she'll give you that pat on the head, send your ass home, and then have your hopes up dangling the booty carried in front of you, and you thinking, you know what, next time I take her out, she might like me a little bit more. And that's just what really sucks as a guy, because you can't tell sometimes. It says, man, this man got a whole timeline right here of things he did to make him believe the lie he told himself. It says, matched last year, but she deleted her account. She probably didn't. She just probably, well, maybe she did, but she probably just deleted his ass because she didn't want to talk to him because she thought he was a loser or some short. It says, matched again in January, had a brilliant first date, loads in common, kept extending it to other bars. Man, y'all need to stop taking these women to these bars, man. Going to bars is lame nowadays. This is 2025 and y'all still taking these females to fucking bars. Only time you take a woman to a bar is if she's an alcoholic or she just likes to fucking drink and you like spending money at bars and stuff. But if it's not something that you enjoy doing and you do with and without that person, then never do dates that you don't like. I'm not taking a woman to no bar unless I like drinking alcohol and get wasted. I'm like, hey, you want to join me and get fucked up? She's like, yeah, I love getting fucked up. Then, yeah, why not? Because you're going to do it anyway. So then you go to bars. But stay away from these damn bar scene dates, man. That shit just lame, man. It shows you ain't got no real skills when it comes to taking women out on dates. Because there's actual skill to it, I'll discuss that some other time. It says, her dad had recently had a heart attack, and we bonded over that, as mine did too. So I knew what she's going through. We walked home and we kissed. Trauma bonding, man. Stay away from it. It says, second date to a comedy show. Really good vibes, laughing together, having a great time. Went to a bar after. She was touching my hand over the table and we were holding hands, playing with them. She mentioned a gig. Finished with a kiss again. I walked home through town on top of the world after this. Look, just because you're having good dates with women doesn't mean that the woman likes you. Sometimes they just stall until the real man come along. Otherwise, this dude seemed like he's not the real man because he wouldn't be making this post. It says, third date. Went for a coffee and a walk along the coast. She opened up about having an eating disorder 10 years ago and how her mom didn't handle it well. I appreciated her opening up to me. She mentioned on the second her favorite mention on the date too, her favorite biscuit, and I saw them in the shop, so brought them for her. This was our first sober date. There it is, man. People, continuously go out and get this alcohol, so you had this false, confidence, and you make assumptions that the person actually likes you, but it's all actuality just alcohol speaking. So my advice to anybody that's actually dating out here: date a sober person. Don't go on dates where alcohol is included. Go on dates where a person can be an actual natural person, just be themselves. And if you don't like their natural self, don't believe the ones that's under the influence of alcohol really likes you, because alcohol, it amplifies certain things and reduces other things inside your body. They might seem like they like you more, but in that moment they might like everybody, and that might be how they really are, just a joyful person or a touchy person that you don't know about. But in the end, this isn't how they act on the day-to-day, so you need to keep that in mind. Stay away from the alcohol when it comes to actual dating, unless y'all really comfortable enough to drink around each other and believe that they will do responsible stuff. It says this is our first sober date, and I didn't kiss, and I thought, let's say, a sober date, and I thought I ruined it. She texted after to show how grateful she was for the biscuits. Well, at least he was listening while they were drinking alcohol, that she loves biscuits. It says, we keep chatting, and I set up a fourth date. Went for food and some drinks after. We held hands over the table all night. She kept extending and wanted to stay out with me. Walked her home, and she invited me in. Joked about me not kissing last week, and she said she was waiting for me to. Slept together, really good sex, made her orgasm, and then in the morning, sober again, we had sex again, another orgasm. She really cuddled into me, holding my arms around her, spooning deeply. I left on my own accord at 2 p.m. after she made me breakfast in the bed and having talked all morning. Well, at least you got some ass, man. But let's see where the story's going, because I'm not even sure. I didn't think he was going to get any of that by the way he worded this actual message. It says, make sure I didn't skip the fourth date. I didn't skip that. Alright, fifth date. She was feeling sick all week with a cold. On Friday, I suggested a takeaway in a movie, something chilled. She agreed, but she said she was sleepy. I gave her a clear out and said, if you're sleepy, we don't have to meet. I won't take offense if you say no. She said, come over. As soon as I arrived, she laid her head on me and we cuddled watching the film. We were laughing, joking, and play fighting. Everything felt so good. She said we were like yin and yang and balanced each other out. She's quite stressed and I'm chill, and we got along so well as we fitted like a jigsaw piece. We ended up making out and I stayed over again, so it's great again. And now the downfall. I knew it was coming sooner or later, man, because this long ass post and everything just sounds so lovely. At this point you must have pat him on the back, but he had to bring the negativity. We knew it was coming. It says, and now the downfall. I meant to see her tonight, but she canceled and said she feels too unwell to go to a gig. She was fine Friday, and yesterday she went to her friends and they went to the pub and were drinking. Something happened yesterday and she's gone cold. She canceled the plans 2 hours before, and that was the first text I got from her all day. I just don't get it. Everything was going so well. Her phone was face up all night on the table on our last date. And the counterbox she handed me the first time was a full pack. So I don't think she's seen multiple people, but to get to 5 dates is such a long effort in today's dating scene with the countless failed first dates. I really thought we were bonding and developing together. Look, sometimes it just don't work, man. You did all this extra shit. She went out with her homegirls and she like, you know what? I'm good, man. I ain't feeling well. My dog ate my homework. Bunch of made up bullshit that women be doing sometimes. I'm not saying this is all women, but sometimes women be hot and cold like this, and do butt hurt. It's I really can't go back to dating on step one again, dealing with the first dates. Why would she open up to me, hold hands with me, and play with my hands and fingers? I've sex multiple times. Maybe she just wanted to get her rocks off and made it a safe space for her, because women, they got needs too. It says a caveat. She has admitted to self-sabotaging things and is an avoidant. She has a tarot reading last week and she said she would meet someone, but he isn't the man for you. What if she believes that? I text that I hope she feels better and not heard from her since. She used to text every hour. That sounds like a lot. Very excessive, man, for you to be texting a person all the time. Me, anytime I talk to a woman, man, you're not about to get all that text time, because I personally find text messages annoying. Texting is for little kids in my eyes and everything, so I keep it to a minimum. I only talk about important stuff, or I might send like a meme or some shit, but it's not a whole bunch of back and forth talking, because if you want to talk to me, just talk to me on the phone. That's the era I grew up in. I grew up in the era where we had actual cell phones to talk on. It was difficult to text, and the green screen type of phone with pagers and shit. I didn't grow up texting and stuff, so I'm not a big fan of it. And I feel like when you do texting, it makes it more difficult for you to become a better communicator and effective communicator, because you rely on waiting on responses, and it lacks the feeling of being genuine, because sometimes people might actually type in all caps, and the foolish person out here will assume, oh, this person is yelling at me, they're being mean. You can't be yelled at by a fucking text, man. If they ain't gonna say that same shit over the phone, then I'm probably just gonna ignore your shit. Like, stop talking to me. Say that shit to me on the phone. It says, will therapy help me with my anxieties and anxious attachment and dating? Probably, man. Probably. Just, oh my God. Listen, I feel empty inside and just want to cry at this point. Finding someone to love in 2025 is next to impossible. It seems to happen so easy for everyone around me but me. Well, we all different and everything. That's why, I actually decided to write a book, and it was like an ebook and everything, documenting some of the things I went through and a lot of the things that I found that make sense when it comes to online dating. For those that's out here struggling, it could be a man or a woman that's out here struggling to find love on the internet, whatever it might be. But I actually wrote an ebook. Let me go ahead and pull this website up real quick, and surprisingly enough, the link is right there at the bottom of the damn video, Labz.com. So let's go to that, and bam, I know I had different things on there, but seeing that this is my website, I'm the web designer, the software developer when needed, and the engineer, all this and that. I decided to redesign my website. So now, as y'all can see right here, I got my little Labz website. My little phrase, get your deposit first, because that's all about making sure you get whatever it is that you're looking for before you commit to anybody. That's my slogan, but this is the book I got right here that I came up with. It says Labz, online dating made easy, 4 steps to securing a number. The whole purpose of this book is to make sure that you are not getting your time wasted and everything, because there's a lot of time wasters out here. A lot of women will tell myself, oh, I'm just looking for fucking friends, but I typically know if a woman on some bullshit and trying to waste my time within the first few messages. Typically the first message, it would tell me a lot, because I see a lot of key indicators, and I thought about, how about I just put this out here for everybody else to find and everything, because dating right now is straight fucking shitty in 2025, and I figured, let me help y'all out. I could make it free, but I'm like, you know what? I need money like anybody else, man. This is how you start working for motherfuckers, when you start coming up with ways that you can solve the solutions or give solutions to people's problems. So why not make money off of it? That's just how I see it. All right, so this man said he feel empty. That's what he could do if he sees a video. But let's see what some of the other folks had to say and everything. This very first person, it says, I don't think there's really been enough time for you to know what's going on here. Although the gut is usually right, but just give some time and then move on. Well, yeah, I do agree. Just because the girl didn't answer your ass to cancel last second, don't mean she ain't fuck with you. I don't like texting. This man said, but she's used to text me every hour. Who cares, man? Fuck them damn text messages. I don't care if you text me every hour. I feel like a person that texts me every hour, they gives... that's the phrase of this time and era we live in. It's giving that you are insecure. You need to hear my voice all the time. Like, stop texting me, man. Go find a life. Go do some other shit, man. This dude struggling to get past that. This next person said tarot reading. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, I guess some folks like to, get out there and hear like the call me now for your free readings, $9.99 psychic hotline type shit. If you want to go in and get your future read, then so be it. But I'm not gonna sit there and follow everything I hear, because sometimes the shit you hear isn't the truth. I don't never do no stuff like that. It says for the next person, However, gotten out as soon as she told you she's an avoidant. You'll never win with those type. All you see now is what she told you what would happen. Cut your losses, take your L, and keep it moving, fam. This was always how it was going to end. Hey, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But one thing I have learned from my previous relationship is you don't need to be telling that person that you'll give them time and you believe that they'll change. A lot of times, whatever you're getting right then is a portion or maybe the entirety of who they are as a person. So instead of trying to sit there and wait on potential, expect what you see to be the end result. And that's just what I learned and everything. So I recommend be mindful who you are. If they don't seem like they're a healed person, then they're not a healed person. I'm not waiting around, and I don't think you should wait around for the person to come around, because look, we all gonna be deceased one day in our 70s, 80s, 90s. Some of us way before that, but at the same time, you wanna wait around and miss out on great opportunities, then be my guest. I ain't doing none of that shit. I got one life to live. It says, the next person, it said, maybe she just had a proper bender of a night with her mates and is now sleeping it off. Who the fuck knows, man? I'm probably read a few more because I have been doing the video for a minute. It says, whatever you do, don't chase her. I definitely agree with that. It says, at all. She's done the damage, and it's clear she's fucking around and not communicating honestly and openly at the same time when it's most necessary. Unless she comes back with a huge apology and a very good excuse, it's completely over. Man, I don't know. I wouldn't count my losses. I'm getting the butt. I'm getting the ass. You ain't getting nowhere else. You better go ahead and suck it up until you find your replacement, or you're gonna be out there with some dry, dusty meat. I ain't about to go out like that unless it's really to that point and everything. Like shit, I might not talk to a girl for like maybe a day or two or three, and you know, she might just hit me up, or I hit her up when I find some shit I want to talk about, and then we could link up and stuff. But I don't sit there and make no type of true attachments to anybody, because people come and go left and right. And last thing I need is get my heart stumped on all over again. I'm good. It says, I ain't reading that shit. It's too long. I'll probably read like two more, man. Then I want to actually work on this advertisement so I can advertise my book on, you know, social media and make that money, man. I gotta make that money, man. Like Bone Thugs. It said, these comments are trash. Instead of asking, what is this person thinking? Start asking yourself, what do I want? Well, yeah, I do agree with that, because that's part of the phrase I said before. Get your deposit first. What is it that you're trying to get out of a situation? And when you go seeking this, is the person you talk to actually providing what you're trying to get as a service from them? If not, then stop wasting your time talking to them. It says, therapy is a great idea. It could help you feel more confident, knowing you're the catch, and figuring out what you want in a significant other instead of waiting for them to figure it out. I already said this one. Don't do that. It says, I don't think you should necessarily count this girl out, which I said, but let her know how you are feeling and see how she responds. I agree with that too. That's the best you can do. Dating is tough, and getting back out there probably sounds daunting and terrible, but working on yourself through therapy can help you better navigate those ups and downs and finding enjoyment in dating. This person right here probably had the best come out on Reddit in a long time on Reddit, and I agree with everything they said right here. They basically told you need to start valuing yourself and respecting yourself a little bit more if you're not already doing that, because you are worth it. Everybody is worth it to an extent, and everybody is a prize to some extent. To somebody gonna want your ass if you present yourself in the right light. But everybody don't want you. Everybody don't want my bald black ass, but somebody want my ass. So that's all that matters to me. Somebody want it, and somebody gonna give it, because that's all I'm looking for. Man, which one I really want to read? Alright, fuck it. Let's go with this. It says, I'm sorry, sir, but you've known this person for 10 seconds. Give yourself a break and stop putting so much into a literal stranger. I totally get it, and I'm working on this myself, which is why I can see it clearly. You need to take a step back. You're probably an anxious attacher and will therefore be attracted to avoidance. You need to work on your own attachment so you can stop being attracted to these kinds of people and stop putting so much of your heart into people you don't actually know. Yep. You don't want to sit there and get attached to people that you not 100% sure has the same mutual feeling for you. If a person you just met is acting like this, look, I'm just here for the ride, man. The show must go on. I'm not sure what's going to happen after that, but as long as I'm getting what I want out of the situation, I'm going to go ahead and play along with you. Fuck it, I ain't stopping it. You give me what I want, give me some ass, then cool. That's what I came for. So whatever is attached to that, and to some extent, I'm going to go ahead and accept it. It says, okay, who the fuck is Sabrina Zora? I probably said that wrong. Zohar. Sabrina Zohar has a great podcast and Insta about this stuff in the books. It begins with you. 9 hard truths would be a great place to start. Maybe it is and everything. And I ain't the only person that knows about dating, but I do know about, you know, people and their interaction, how they treat others. That's something I'm real good with. I'm good at reading folks and reading, you know, the body language and the emotional figures and tones and all this and that. Anything that comes with reading folks, I'm pretty accurate with that. It could be emotions or it could be people's action. I'm a people watcher, so that's how I navigate and avoid getting fucked over by women when I'm out here dating stuff. So I'm going to head back to the top. This man said, now the actual title makes more sense to me because I was wondering what this was really about. So it says 5 days since she's fading. I can't do dating anymore. How many of you guys out here have thought you found the right person or fell in love with somebody and you just felt like, look, man, I can't start back over. I can't make it out in these streets. I mean, it's a lot of folks out here that think like that. And me, I've dated a lot of women growing up and stuff. So I'm at the point where, look, you replaceable if needed, man. I'm not about to sweat this shit. If you ain't the woman I'm looking for, then shit, fuck it. Somebody else gotta have your ass. You ain't the only one trying to be the only one. So with that being said, I mean, y'all been through that shit. Are y'all sitting there struggling to find the love of your life, or are y'all on the same I don't give a fuck spectrum like myself? Leave a like, comment, or subscribe. This your boy Code Labz, and I'm out.